Guys, it's been almost 1.5 months since I started broadcasting on my new channel. I've already had some channels. I had it in a professional way, so I kind of don't like this homemade videos and stuff like that. But it's a first step for this channel, I guess. It's gonna develop in something more professional, more attractive for the viewers and stuff like that. So we tried to start a new group on Facebook, and you can join me over there and discuss all these things that we discuss in our videos and stuff like that. So, but that's not the point that I wanted to start today. I was going to talk about the war. So I think you all already heard about the nuclear war that possibly happened in the medieval, or maybe even later in the post-medieval ages, like 17th century, maybe 16th century, or maybe even the first half of the 19th century. Because I don't think it's a good idea to repeat one more time what is already known. So I'm just gonna improvise and search for nuclear war in the past. So it may be nuclear war in medieval. There's nothing on the search. Medieval. Okay. There's nothing here. Maybe it's more correctly spelled. So nothing about the nuclear wars and medieval. Maybe we have it in ancient times. So let's search for ancient. And we have some search results for that. So we have atomic warfare in ancient India, which is pretty obvious. You can find it in the Indian Vedas, like Indian books, ancient books, and we can find it about the nuclear war on Mars. We can find Mohenjo-daro, which is India again, Uzbekistan. So whatever. Well, if we start to research this thing, we better check on this Google map. So that's what I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go to Google Maps and let's see, we have to put on Earth, and we have to turn off the labels for quite a while. So this is the country I'm living in. It's Russia, and I was living near Omsk, Russia. So let's put the labels on for a second. Okay, this is Omsk over here, and we can see some strange round form lakes all around Omsk. We see this whole bunch of them. You can say that's just an ordinary lake or something like that, but I don't think so, because I've been in these places. There's a whole bunch of ancient legends about these Omsk lakes that we have here, and sometimes when I check on Google, I think about the nuclear strike, because all those lakes look like multiple strikes on this region. So that's only my version, that's only my theory, but this is all obviously my video, so I'm gonna talk about my experience, my thoughts, and my view on this subject. So I've been to this lake, and it's called Devil's Lake. So maybe we have some photos here. Okay, this is close to Devil's Lake. What do we have else? No one took those pictures. Ah, okay, this is the lake. So look how it looks. It's pretty deep one, and it has a round form. So the prophecies or the legends or whatever tell that this is one of the 5 ancient lakes which were created by the meteor strikes. But I don't believe it, because I've been to 4 of them. Okay, let's see. There's another one over here. Okay. Oh, and that's another one over here and over here. So that's 4 of them. And someone says there's another 5th one which no one can find. And if you jump and swim in all those 5 lakes, you're gonna be healthy and stuff. You're gonna be healed from any kind of disease that you got, even the deadly ones. So we can go on all those 4 lakes, this one, this one, this one, and the Devil Lakes, and we don't have the last one found yet, but it's not a big deal, because it's a legend, and obviously if we could have found those 5 lakes, we'd already have a whole bunch of people here standing in a line to just jump in those lakes and get health and be healed and stuff like that. So because it's obviously one of the cheapest and most effective ways to get yourself a healing or whatever. But I also been to this Borovoe lake, which is I've already talked about. It looks like yes, already. It looks like it was surrounded by mountains over here. If we check on 3D, we're gonna see those mountains, I guess. So we have this like one part of the mountain, and we have this inside the circle we have a couple of lakes here, and we have the outside lakes. So I've been to this lake and I've been to this lake, and as you see we have some little small lakes in this place, and we have this lake here. So what my point of view is that this is the 5th lake, because it's pretty sacral, it's ancient, it has Sphinx in it, and I've already shown the Sphinx, and here it is. Okay, and it's pretty close to Omsk and all those 4 lakes. and it has some strange structures surrounding it, and it looks like um, the Atlantis lake or something like that, because let me find you some more facts. Okay, we have this guy who posting about this place. Here's the map. Here's those objects. So what he does, if he like draws a circle, and he shows that it's could be matched, but he also zooms into this inside island, and it's all, you know, lined with all this grids or something like that. He zoomed in even more, and he is pretty sure there is no pipeline or electric line or something like that. And he also measured the meters on each sector, and it was like 1 kilometer, 69 meters, 0.66 meters. And he measured it with the angle towards the north, and it was like 19 angle. And he says that it's a Greenland oriented place, because Greenland was a North Pole for a couple of years, for a couple of centuries and stuff like that, and the pole was moving towards the actual North Pole. But it's no point of me. This is the structures over there in the Borovoe Lake. We have some monolithic blocks laying around this lake everywhere. Have some strange, constructions which are looking just like at the videos I was showing you a couple of days ago. And I even get these questions about this place, because I've showed this place in the end of that video. So we can see it's looking like a handmade mountain, artificial, not natural. But he's shown the natural mountain. Look at this natural mountain, and this is Borovoe mountain. So I don't think they look the same, and that's what he says. He says that this is a natural. This is how it splits up, how it's gets ruined and stuff, gets ruined. And this is a natural one, or this is the artificial one, because it splits up in those blocks, those huge blocks that we see all around the world, and don't know why did they make such buildings. Why did they make such forms, such huge blocks? And whatever. So, if we talk about the war, actually, this is the consequences of the nuclear war, when most of these rocks are melted on the outside layer, but still remaining pretty rectangle or triangle or square or whatever the form is. The straight lines appear only on the inside blocks. The outside blocks are all melted, and so we cannot distinguish if it's natural or artificial if we check on the outside blocks. But if we check on the inside blocks, we can see they all made of precise, correct form. Okay, and even this is a monument the Kazakhstan guys put on this place, and it's called the Monument to the Sun. Wow. They say it's always sun shining in this place. Whatever the weather is, it's always sun shining if it's a day and stuff like that. But as long as I was visiting this place, there was never any clouds, so I can't really prove it. But maybe we should just believe in this, because maybe it's an ancient sacred place, and that's why it's always sun shining near the Sphinx and these elephant mountains, as they call it, because it looks like an elephant when you ride through this place and you check on these hills. You see the face of an elephant from one angle, not every angle, but this is the Camel Rock, and so people watch at these mountains and they just imagine what it's looking like. Okay, this is the elephant. So it's like an ear or something, it's like a nose, and this is like an elephant. I don't know, maybe it's looking like an elephant, but I'm not very sure. So, the consequences of this nuclear war is pretty obvious if you assume that this is all melted by the heat of some explosion and stuff like that. So, what I was trying